Named after Toronto's first mayor, the William Lyon MacKenzie is a fireboat for the Toronto Fire Services. It was built in 1964 by Russell Brothers of Owen Sound to provide marine firefighting as well as ice-breaking capabilities. Recently, Vickery Electric came on the scene to upgrade the boat's electrical systems. Joe Vickery invited us aboard to check out the work being done on this unique vessel.
Here we are in the engine room of the William Lyon MacKenzie. I'm Joe from Vickery Electric. Going to give you a quick run through of the work that we've had to take care of in the 6 months we've been here. This is the main electrical board here that you see. The bulk of the work really has taken part in the fact that we've had to do so much work in the detail of running our cabling, which you can probably see above me here, as well as the complete understanding of the different code requirements aboard a vessel as compared to in the Ontario Electrical Code. Most of the equipment that we've had is custom built. This main system is custom built. We've custom built all the starters ourselves for the exhaust fans, bilge pumps, and steering gear components. We spent a lot of time trying to make sure that the system is set up because of the cramped quarters that we had would be as small, it would be as compact as we could make it. We've run rigid conduit and cabling, the rigid conduit trying to keep the 440 and the main distribution panel feeders distinct from the other cables on the boat. That way, anytime anyone comes in the future, largely the 440 and main panel feeders are going to remain undisturbed. No one needs to worry about trying to trace these cables and trying to figure out which ones are 440, which ones are 220, which ones are 110. So we spent a lot of time trying to make sure the system could be safe, compact, and easily fit into the space that we had, which sounds a lot easier than it actually was. The William Lyon MacKenzie is an ice-breaking vessel for the Toronto Fire Service. One of the biggest problems we had was trying to make sure that everything that we installed could be as structurally sound as required. We've got a situation where we ran the rigid conduit to make sure that the wiring is installed for the higher voltage supplies was going to become as structurally sound as the boat itself. Most of the pipework, if penetrating bulkheads, is either welded in and then sealed accordingly, or we've used a Rox-Tec system to make sure that it's separated and watertight. We've also had to make sure that we could strap the conductors as strongly as possible. We spent a lot of time with Transport Canada making sure that we could strap the cable so that they could be removed if required, but still maintain the structural requirements of an ice-breaking vessel and the conductors as they need to be strapped. We're in the wheelhouse of the William Lyon MacKenzie. This system largely deals, as you can see with the panel in front of me here, this is a custom-built 12-volt panel that we've made to take care of essentially all of the loads that are in here. We've had to separate the systems into the two emergency systems as are typically required on a vessel, one for the port and starboard VHF radios, and the balance for all of the 12-volt systems that are going to be coming off and fed, including radar, various controls throughout the console. It's a lot of work, and we've certainly been working very hard at it. This is the upper deck of the William Lyon MacKenzie. I think the most important thing I'd like to point out here is that the components that we got here came directly from the East Coast, and they were recommended to us because of the fact that the Coast Guard and the Army use these boats on their ocean vessels, and they're certainly going to stand up to the conditions that the Toronto Fire Service will see on Lake Ontario.
With the help of Vickery Electric, the William Lyon MacKenzie can expect to be in service for at least another 20 to 30 years. Job well done.